Can't lie. I don't know how much longer I can take this because this is not looking good, people. Yes, people, you know the face, you know the name. Aaron here, back again with another video. Shout out to everybody tuning in as per usual. Shout out to everybody showing love and support to my videos. Excuse me, my voice is gone. Just like the level of this team is gone. Yes, so obviously you guys have seen the game. Again, this is not your typical match reaction. I just want to focus specifically on what I watched today and what I've been able to observe. I don't know how much longer I can watch this team with such low quality and low IQ of football. Listen, I'm not saying that when I say there's no quality in this team, I'm not saying that we have to be the most silky team in terms of how we play, in terms of the passing that we do. Like, we don't have to look like Man City. That's not what I'm saying. Yeah? Excuse me. We don't have to look like Man City. That's my point. But what I am trying to say is the quality of this team in terms of passing, in terms of awareness, spatial awareness, taking care of your passes, so like checking your surroundings and making sure the ball actually gets to the person you're trying to pass it to. The quality of all that is just so low, man. The IQ is so low. Every time I watch this team, we're either scraping it or we just got away with it or we're getting embarrassed. Well, the two go hand in hand, but every time I watch this team, we're either scraping it or we get embarrassed. And today was the first, I would say. It wasn't really an embarrassment, but I would say the first. We got away with it. We didn't scrape it, but we got away with it. So yeah, maybe it is three of them. Every time I watch this team, we're either scraping it, we get away with it, or we get embarrassed. It's never a thing of Manchester United played good football today. And if you look at the team as well, some of the players actually have good technical attributes. You look at someone like Anthony, he's got good technical attributes. You look at someone like, who can I name? Ahmad, who still can't get a game, funny enough. He's got good technical attributes. Mason Mount he's got good fundamentals. Those are the type of players you should play. And don't get me wrong, I'm not the biggest fan of Mason Mount, but he's got good attributes. He's got good technical standard attributes that can help the team move forward. A lot of these players that are playing week in, week out don't have technical attributes. In terms of the technicality and the simple basics of playing the game, the quality is just very, very low, man. Today, listen, Casemiro, I'm a big fan of him, but today, the amount of misplaced passes I've seen today from him was atrocious. Bruno Fernandes, do not get me started on this guy. And listen, honestly, I could care less about the goal that he scored, because a lot of people are going to take this, and this is the mistake that a lot of people do. They're going to look at this game and say, we didn't lose against Liverpool. Bruno Fernandes scored. I've seen on a lot of apps that he's been named man of the match. How on earth? I don't know. Because the amount of misplaced passes I've seen from him as well today, disgraceful. The technicality of this team, the technical ability is beyond poor. It's beyond poor. It's like looking at a bunch of 16, 17-year-olds struggling to string 2-3 passes together. And I'm being nice when I say 16, 17. They look more like 13, 14-year-olds or 10-year-olds. Like, it's so embarrassing to having to watch this team not being able to string together 10 consecutive nice passes. It's impossible to see that. Ten Hag, before the game, I watched an interview or a clip of an interview that said, or where he said, it's so obvious when they asked him about the style of play. He said, our style of play it's so obvious. We try to dominate, and I'm paraphrasing here, we try to dominate possession. We try to dominate in and out of possession and play out from the back. I'm sorry, Eric, but I'm not seeing either or. I'm not seeing the playing out from the back, and I'm not seeing the dominating in and out of possession, because we get dominated regardless. Regardless. The quality is below par. Today, again, in the first half, this was the most embarrassing to see today, by the way. In the first half, Manchester United had 0 shots. 0 shots on target, of course. Liverpool had 15 shots, and I think 6 or 7 of them were on target. I might be wrong. Correct me in the comments. That is embarrassing for Manchester United. And we're meant to have this best chances creator in Europe, by the way. 0 shots on target in the first half. And in total, by the way, we managed to get 9 shots today. I don't know how many of those 9 shots were on target from our side, but we had 9 shots. Liverpool had 28. It just keeps going on. It just keeps happening. 28 shots on target. I should be sat here and listen to people say I should be happy with the draw. No. The draw is the draw. The result's the result. That's fine. But I care about the quality. And a lot of people fail to see these things because they don't think long term. I think long term. If we keep this manager and if we keep playing the football that we're playing right now, with the same amount of things that he keeps setting out the team to do, next season, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be the same thing. I struggle to see what positives I can take from this performance today and go, next week, this is what we can rely on to win a game or to be ruthless or to be successful or to have a good performance. I don't see anything. 2 consecutive games now. Well, I don't know about the Chelsea game. I don't know how many shots we conceded in that game, but 2 consecutive games, and I'm talking about the Brentford game prior. Today, 28 shots. Brentford, 31 shots. Like, this is insane. This is absolutely insane, people. And I don't know how much longer I can take this. Couple of positives in terms of in terms of personnel. Willy Kambuala, my guy. What a performance. What a performance. Play this kid until the end of the season. Because the amount of commitment and the amount of hunger and grit that I've seen from this kid today was unreal. He can be proud of himself today, man. To be thrown in the deep end like that and to perform against Liverpool on that type of level, hats off, man. Hats off to the kid. He done well today. Kobbie Mainoo. I did say at the start of the season, we cannot be put in a position where Kobbie Mainoo has to be the kid to save us. Because I remember at the start of the season, I told you guys, why is everybody banking on this kid to come back? Oh, Kobbie's coming back. Listen, I rate the kid, don't get me wrong, but we cannot rely on an 18-year-old to save us. And lo and behold, he's the one that saved us today. He's the one that saved us today. We have to rely on those type of players. Meanwhile, we've got players with quality, technical quality on the bench, and the manager's not playing them. Eriksen on the bench. Ahmad on the bench. Anthony on the bench after an amazing game against Chelsea, by the way. But we had to start big game player Mr. Rashford, who was nowhere to be found here today, by the way. But all we care about is his pace, though, because his pace helps us and he's a big game player. This is another thing that people keep throwing around that I'm not personally seeing. Being a big game player for me is not a compliment, because that just means you only turn up in those games and the rest of the games you basically don't even care about. But big game player. Didn't see that today. When are we going to start talking about football, people? Can we just forget about this pace and power and physicality? Can we talk about football? Can we talk about the quality of football that Manchester United present to us fans every single week, which is below par? Can we talk about that? This was a disgrace of a performance, man. What a goal by Nottingham Forest as well. I'm watching the game at the same time, people. I just don't understand how poor these players are, man, and how poorly we're set up tactically by the manager. And if the managerial position is not addressed, this is going to carry on. But like I said, I think Ineos have made their mind up. And I think this will be these last few games are going to be the last ones we're going to see where Ten Hag is in charge. Because I can't see this carrying on. This is not going to get better. It's not. No matter how many stats people throw at you, no matter how many things people throw at you, no matter how many times people try to gaslight you, it's not going to get any better. Like I said, every time we play, we're either getting away with it, we're either getting embarrassed, or we're scraping it. And this is not the way forward. It's not sustainable, people. It's not sustainable. I'm telling you this from the bottom of my heart. You can call me negative, you can call me this, call me that, call me whatever you want. That's fine. But I am telling you, this is not sustainable. We're not going to wake up one day and it's magically just going to be okay. No, there needs to be a progress, some sort of progress. We need to be able to see it. It needs to be tangible. And right now, it is not. It's not, people. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments, people. Top four, it's never even been a question for me. Top four's gone. We can forget about this. What are we going to do in Europe? Go and embarrass ourselves like we did this season? No thanks. Don't want to play Champions League football. I don't want to play Europa League football. And I don't want to play Conference League football. I want to start from scratch. Have a new manager there. Work week in, week out. Have these men drilled. A lot of these guys need to go, obviously. But have these guys drilled, yeah? We need a drill sergeant that's also not going to be afraid to go, you don't like what I'm telling you? Off you go. Reserves. So, listen, that's all I had to say, man. The quality of this game was absolutely atrocious. One of the worst games I've seen in terms of quality. In terms of quality, one of the worst games I've seen in the Premier League. People keep hyping up the Prem and saying there's a lot of quality. This was meant to be the biggest game in Prem history. Or this is meant to be the biggest game in Prem history. This is meant to be the biggest game in Premier League history. And this is the quality that we've seen today. Listen, the Premier League still has a long way to go then, because in terms of quality, this was atrocious. The amount of chances that were missed today, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Bruno, and I'm not even talking about the chances itself. I'm talking about the passing abilities as well. Bruno, Casemiro, Rashford, Garnacho. On the other side, Nunez, Diaz. This was chaotic today. But anyway, like I said, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I overreacting? Give me your thoughts, man. Give me your thoughts. And yeah, we move. Who do we play next week? Off the top of my head, I can't think about it. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, let me know what you think in the comments, people. You know what to do to boost the algorithm of this channel. You get a video every single day. So far, I've been able to keep my promise and to keep the consistency. Shout out to you guys as well for being loyal and for subscribing and sharing and liking and all of these good things. It's also thanks to you guys that this channel is going where it's supposed to be. I can see the number of followers is going up again. We're slowly getting back into it. Like I said, algorithm. Anyway, people, that was it from me. I'm going to go watch the Tottenham Forest game. I think it's 1-1 at the moment, as I can see. So yeah, man, take care, have a nice Sunday, and I'll see you tomorrow. United keep disgracing, man. This is